All right, man. We back with another one, man. We caught an amazing trade today. Right, so we are 3 days winning. Right, no losers this week. Last week we literally, but the week before that we literally had 5 losing days in a row. So now we're literally on like a 4-5, like a 3-4 winning days streak. Right, so let's break this down. This is my Discord. As you see here, this is the trade today. This is my long entry. So it's about 100 and something 150 points. And then yesterday, also, see, yesterday caught a banger, 100 points yesterday. So you see how my trades usually look the same, right? All my trades usually look the same. Look at this nasty short. This was a nasty short trade right here. I ain't even gonna lie. Got two, so one got another one. So both at the bottom. This was about like another 150 point trade, which was on what day this was, the 10th. So this was Friday. Then you see how I got my 2 losers. But anyways, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. All right. So today I took a. Let me close this. So today I took a little small loss today. First, originally, it was a perfect trade. It's a trade that I would take any given day. And I looked around in the trading community. A lot of people took this same trade. So we get a sweep of 7 a.m. So we had two. So you see how we had these double lows right here. This is where my mind should have been looking at, but I was too concerned about the 7 a.m. low. All right. So like I said, I would take this trade any given day of the week. So we got a sweep right here. Boom. This is the first percentage fair value gap. So you see here, we get a close right here. We come down. I'll be patient. It comes up, so it closes right here. So now we get this change in the state right here. We get this change in the state. And then coupled with this first percentage fair value gap, which is a bearish SIBI, once it closed above, I was expecting it to get used as a inverse. So that's my strategy right there. I went long literally right there. Stop loss was literally right below. And as you see, literally stopped out. It's okay, right? Was being patient. It came down. Then it took out this low. This was the low that I really should have been looking at, because these were the double lows right here, right? And it was a PD rate of inefficiency right here. So it's okay. Took a loss. Now, once it closed back up here, I was literally waiting on a retest. So you see how once it closed outside, it came down, hit equilibrium, expanded higher. This is a new day opening gap. So once it closed outside the new day opening gap, we have another change in the state right here. Literally right here. Another change in the state. This is where I should have got my long entry. Right here. Literally stop loss below this down close candle. Right here. Would have been lovely. But targeting this little high right here. But it was a good thing. It was a good thing that, because you see how it ran up and it came all the way back down. So we would eventually, because like I said, I was targeting. I would have sold some here, but I would target up here. So as you see, it would actually end up getting stopped out if I would have took that second long. But originally, I would have just been targeting here. So of course, it would have been okay. Anyways, comes up, consolidate, drops down. I see it form this intermediate high, right? I'm sorry, this short-term high, this intermediate term high, and then there's another short-term high. This is when I knew it was going to go lower, and we literally just generated these equal highs, these equal lows right here, and these lows. We had midnight open, and then we had this. This was Asia low. So we literally just left all of that intact. And you see, we swept out this zone before we went higher. Anyway, so that's why I was thinking short, but it was the lunchtime. So I was trying to actually, I'm not supposed to trade during lunch, so I was trying to wait till 1 o'clock. As you see, 1 o'clock is this expansion here. It was already too late. So we get a intermediate term high, and in between of those two intermediate term highs, we have a short term high, and another a short term high, and another short term high in place. That's how I knew it was going to go lower. And then this is 8:30 open. It literally rejected the 8:30 open, coupled with this new day opening gap. For this, and then we got a breaker, high, low, higher, high, closing below this right here, lower, low, pull it right back. And this is an inverse. You see how you get? You see, it's a bullish fair value gap. So once it get underneath, I'm expecting it to be used as an inverse breaker right here. You see how it comes up into the breaker, into the fair value gap, coming lower, and then gives up the guts. So I did not catch that trade, but I literally watched it, and it literally did exactly what I was thinking about. So it's still a win for me. So I was being patient. As you see here, we just literally delivered down not like 200 points, 250 points. So we finally sweep all of this sell side liquidity. This is when I was like, oh, man, you know what? Maybe it may be a good chance to go long, because you know we have to return 50% of the range. Right, as you see, 50% is right here. So I was like, okay, you know what? We just did a crazy move down, but if order flow is good, it could take us higher. So this is where the long I showed you that I took today on my Discord. So we create a low. We got a sweep. We create a low, high, higher low, higher high. Right, which is a mitigation. And then this zone right here is a inverse fair value gap. Then we get a change in the state. So we got 3 strategies, 3 confluences on why price should go up higher, and it has to return back to midnight open. Not has to, but so that's when I took my long, literally as it came right here. When it came here, when it closed, created a change in the state. That's why I got my long. So I got my long literally right there. Stop loss was like around here somewhere. At first it was a little bit long, but I was waiting on the change in the state to move it up. This is where I was targeting. Just break this down. So we get a low, high, bomb. Get my long. You see how it's holding. Look how it's holding in the upper part, displacing the weight. This is a SIBI. So when we get above it, I'm expecting to use it as an inverse. This is where I got. This is where. So I got in 10 here. Hold on, let me delete this. So I got in 10 here. Sold 8 here. Then realized what was going on. It looking like we're going to use this one as a breakaway, letting us know that it's in a hurry to get up a little bit higher. I was waiting on the change in the state to this zone to get used as an inverse. So I left 2 as runners. Right, left my stop loss to break even. I'm sorry, to equal, break even. And then once I realized what was going on, I bought 5 more contracts. So I was in 7 here. Then I sold the 5 here, left 2 as the runners. Originally, then I sold 1 here. Then I sold the last one here. As you see, bought 5, boom. Sold. Is this the play? So no, sorry, this is not the play. It's here. Right here. So you see, I bought the 10 here, sold 8 here, bought the 5 back again. Now I'm back in 7 because I left 2 as runners. So I was in 10, sold 8, left 2 as runners, bought another 5 here. Then right here, I sold the original 5 that I bought again, still left the 2 as runners. Sold 1 here, TP there. So what an amazing day. And this was the day before. See, my trades look the same because I take the same trade all the time. Bought 5, sold 3, sold the last 2. And this was the first day on the prop firm. You know, you can't make over $1,500. So you see it literally hit every target. All right. So like I said, with this loss right here, like I said, I would take it any day of the week, every single time. And that's about it. So like I said, we're 3-0 on the day today. I said 3-0. We're literally 2-0. 3-0 on the week. Sorry. We're 3-0 on the week. Well, I'm probably going to take Thursday and Friday off because I literally had an amazing week. And I'm only $1,000 away from the prop firm. So I'm literally just wait for high quality trade. And that's it. We kind of setting up. So go to a higher time frame. Who knows what could happen? But anyways, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.